go, people. I know it's been a minute, man. It's been like a week or so. It's always me and Pop, man. We always over here on this couch. I promise y'all from here on out, we dropping every day. Me and Daddy coming as hard as we can go for the rest of 2024. So let's get right into this content. And blame that on me, not Pop. I'm doing that too.
Listen. Okay, consideration of the baby boy effect, especially when we're dealing with mothers who have sons and were grooming their sons and raising their sons independently in the home before another male party was introduced. And a lot of times we don't talk about how women date their sons. And single mothers oftentimes do everything but fuck their sons. And they have that emotional stability that is built within the home. And that's the reason why I say, you know, a single mother is a fuckboy factory. And the reason why I say that is because it's not that a fuckboy can't be birthed from a two-parent home, although it is, you know, it's an abnormality, you know, it's an anomaly of sorts that you would encounter a significant amount of subpar men that have been raised in destructive two-parent homes. But single women become so emotionally dependent upon their children, specifically their sons, that they will convince themselves that they don't need a man until they encounter.
Now I told you I'm gonna start just being real.
Yeah, wow.
Right? I just had this conversation like a week ago.
Yes.
It was, oh, you getting ready to go to college. You need to like hold me and like rub my feet and watch movies. I told her straight up, that's not your man. That's not your man. He's not your man. That's not a role he should be playing. Your man need to play that role. He just needs to be your son. He don't need to be nothing else. He ain't got no business rubbing your feet. He need to be rubbing the woman that he gonna be with feet. You need to get you a man that's gonna rub your feet. I literally just had this same conversation a week ago. That is not your man. That is, stop treating him like your son husband.
That's right.
Let that boy go and be grown. That ain't your man. That's your son. Act like it.
Act like it. I agree.
You mean hold you and watch movies?
No, we ain't doing that.
We're not doing none of that.
And now we're having to deal with the imbalance that was set in the household because this boy is not your son. He is your man. When you want to cuddle, you go lay down with them. When you want some emotional time, you go watch movies with them. You touch them and you rub them and you massage them. And you do these things, everything that you would do to a man to suffice that. A lot of women even dress their sons like the man that broke their heart.
This is tough.
Well,
but now, real quick, notice that thing she just said.
Facts.
But you say you don't need a man.
But you treating your son.
But you treating your son just like he your husband. But you say you don't need a man. So obviously you lying
when you say it.
When you say it because you do need a man. You comfortable with a man. You glad to have a man because you treating your son just like he's your man. So stop lying, talking about the fact that you don't need a man.
Let the church say amen.
You are 100% right.
So I think that that's the dichotomy. Like, I'm not saying that your children shouldn't have weight in your relationship, but what I am saying that we have to look at it from an integral space. Like, why do they feel this way? Especially if you're dealing with a man-child who is uncomfortable with your new partner, and this man-child is not necessarily a little boy anymore. Like me, I have an adult son. I have a 21-year-old son. So
his baby mama was there being combative, a normal occurrence, by the way, in this toxic relationship. She got into a verbal disagreement with her baby daddy right there in front of his...
Now, hold on so we can transition real quick so everybody watching the show. We wanted to play that for everything that she just said to get into the clip we finna go over. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and follow her. She does a great job about a lot of the things that go wrong with men and women today. I think she's pretty fair. I think if you're a dude and you floss, she say it. If you're a woman, you floss, she say it. That's my personal opinion. I don't care about nothing else. But we ran that into what's going on right now. This is one of the biggest rappers right now, Lil Durk's baby mama with her new husband and her son. And we gonna show you what we talking about, what she said about how they raise all these Jodies and these baby boys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it.
Come on.
Mother's house, and instead of getting in the car and going about her business, the woman got so angry she pulled a weapon on the man. And of course, instead of just standing there and allowing the woman to take him out, he tried to disarm her. That's when her 10-year-old son jumped out, grabbed another weapon, and pulled the trigger, aiming at his stepdad. Luckily, the stepdad survived, but he's in the hospital recovering, while CPS picked up the stepson and 2 other kids. Now, social media, they've been having a field day with this one, calling the 10-year-old Pookie in training a hero, for taking up for his mama, calling him the man, while referring to the stepdad as a snitch for telling the story. When I say the black community is completely destroyed as your average black in America is stuck in a state of arrested development, it's super embarrassing. But here's another example of the L you will hold, men, when you sign up to not only be a stepdaddy simp, but the type of consequences you can face when...
Here's the question. So how you gonna tell and say the 10-year-old child, how you gonna say he the man? See, as she just said, everybody trying to call him and trying to say he the man. Well, here's the reality.
At 10.
At 10, your mom came at him. He didn't come at your mom. So it wasn't like he was actually trying to harm your mom.
Your mama was trying to shoot him.
Was trying to harm him.
He was trying to take the gun from her because she was trying to shoot that man.
See what I'm saying?
Which is her husband.
That's my point.
That she got kids with.
Okay? So, and then you end up firing upon stepdad. But now, why is that? Don't say it. Well, I'm going to say it first.
Because mama told you to.
Right.
You've been instructed to believe that's what you should do from your mama who been dating you since Lil Durk been gone before this man came in.
Whoop,
see, you the son husband.
Whoop, there it is.
Right? Now, I'm going to say something before we get right back into this video because it pisses me off. This is why I'm a firm believer. Don't be no stepdad.
No.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
But as we talked about before,
that ain't your DNA. You see how quick he turned on you?
Back when you was younger.
See, you could do it.
Back when you was younger.
You got respect in the 80s.
You could do that.
You don't get no respect
But
no more.
nowadays, I would not tell any man. Man, I ain't tell you go be no stepdaddy's man.
No. Don't go out here and be no crash dummy.
No.
Dealing with a combative, unruly woman and her children with another man's DNA who have no respect for you. You're about to see that whatever happens after you signed up for this deal, it's going to be on you. Nobody is going to look at you as a hero for caring for somebody else's child. Nobody is going to see that you got attacked by this woman and her kid, almost got wiped out by a hood rat and her Pookie son in training. No one is going to help with the hospital bills. No one is going to help you recover. But really, nobody is going to have your back. And you're going to have a bunch of idiots calling you a snitch. Because, I don't know, I guess you were supposed to sit up there and tell the hospital and the officers that you did it to yourself. Never mind the little Montario Dontanavius Jr. was caught on camera doing all of this along with his mama Starkeisha. The whole so-called black community will still drag you. They're going to take up for that hyena and her wild child while they convince themselves that you deserved it. You can forget about other men too. They'll go against...
See, this is my problem, and I'm going to go off right here. This is my problem with fake-ass black TikTok and a lot of the black folks that be over there on this bullshit. Because they get on here and they act like because we black, it's supposed to be different. You out your rabbit ass mind if you think this little horrible ass hoodlum is gonna shoot me and I'm not gonna make sure his little ass get in trouble and his sorry ass mama too. You don't have the nerve to show up over here at my mama's house. All of this is on my mama's cameras like I got on my house, Pop. This all on camera. We married, we going through an argument. You done showed up to my mama house, tried to pull your gun on me. Then when I try to disarm you, have the nerve to tell this little badass little boy to shoot me. And the black community think that this brother ain't supposed to say nothing. Look, man, and I want y'all to understand the guy behind the camera, even the guy in front of the camera, we did a lot of right. Don't get it twisted. We done some wrong.
Absolutely.
We been outside.
Absolutely.
Me and Pop was outside in the drug game from Lil Cats, right? Okay, so I'm not speaking to you on that. I've been that route. No, there's no way in HELL this boy gonna shoot me, and I'm not telling it. Yes, I am. Lock him and his trifling mama up. Pop, what they talking about?
But they're crazy because you know what?
You don't care about my mama to shoot me.
Look.
Lock both their ass up.
Because your mama has literally, it's been raising you for you not to actually be her child, but been raising you really for you to be her husband.
Well, that's why she ran to you in that time of need at 10.
Exactly, at the age of 10. So now she's looking for you because she's acting like and treating you like that you are her husband. She's expecting you to do something. So but here's the thing.
Take up for her and defend her like you would be her man, right?
Exactly, because that's exactly how you've been raised. See, you've been raised by your mama,
and we think ain't nothing wrong in our community. Hold on. So me and you calling this out is wrong. We not real now. Didn't Tupac say I moved up out of the ghetto, so I ain't real now? So us calling this to the front and center, we not real. Well then, damn it, I'm not gonna be real.
I ain't gonna be real.
Because y'all ain't gonna keep getting out here doing this kind of destruction and then thinking we gonna sit on the sideline and be quiet about this tomfoolery.
That's tomfoolery right there.
You wanna know why some of these young kids is messed up today?
Come on, tell me.
Look who raised them.
Come on, tell it.
Look at this heifer.
Come on, tell it.
Look at this damn
Come on, tell
hyena.
it. Where's she going? Here's the call. Oh, help me. Hey, here's the problem with what you just said as well. Now, who did the shooting?
The little boy.
So now,
but she was trying to shoot
before,
which is why the dude was disarming her, because she was trying to shoot him. Then told her son to do it.
Now, what he gonna end up compared to what she gonna be?
Because you going to jail. Guess what else finna happen? CPS taking your children. See, this how I know my community is lost. Anybody on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook acting like what this woman did was okay, you a damn idiot. You the problem in our community, and I don't need your ass in it. I want all of y'all gone. All that pro-black shit go out the window for me because you not out here being a productive member of society. I'm raised by proud black people. Where we get out here and we do constructive and we make us look good. I ain't for this shit.
Don't tell me that the right thing to do is to say you don't need a man, but then you turn around and you raise your son to actually be your man.
And then you want to destroy his life when you raise him because you getting out here telling him to shoot another person and setting this little boy back for the rest of his life. Besides the fact, his father is known for being one of the most violent gang member rappers in the game. 98% of your father's lyrics is about gang activity in Chicago, shooting and killing and hurting people. That is what he's known for. And then now you just had your son to shoot this man. He already had a strike that he was born a man. He had another strike that he was born a black man. Then he had another strike because his daddy is one of the most popular gangster rappers in the game right now. And then you just gave him another strike by you telling him to go and shoot this man. But you just done damn near destroyed this boy's life. Excuse my language. You done destroyed this boy's life, man, from the moment you done had it.
But you say
you don't love him. Say it again, but you say you what?
But you say you love him.
You say you love him?
You say you love him.
Shit, we can't tell.
you as well. They too raised by their own Starkeisha mama, so they've been programmed with that same chip that's in that little boy. No morals, no values, no logic, no common sense. Ladies and gents, you're looking at the dire straits the black community is in, and the main participants are so brain dead that they don't even notice it. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Chicago rapper Lil Durk, he's been having a good year. He won his first Grammy this year for his hit All My Life, featuring J. Cole. A different route from his usual hyper-aggressive, gang-involved lyrics. The track with J. Cole was more of a reflection on his life, more positive and uplifting. Now, Lil Durk is a serial baby daddy with a football team of kids and a basketball team of baby mamas. One of his baby mamas, Travana, she's got a 10-year-old son from him. She's been with another man, Joshua Pippins. That's the stepdaddy. She also had at least one child with him. She initiated a verbal argument with Joshua at his mother's house, then escalated that argument by pulling out a weapon. When Joshua went to disarm her, her 10-year-old son, Lil Durk's son, jumped out to supposedly help his mama. And yes, they're calling it help his mama, when she was the one who had the weapon pulled out on somebody else. But the 10-year-old grabbed a firearm that belonged to the stepdad and aimed it directly at him, sending the stepdad to the emergency room. All of this caught on camera, by the way. This took place on July 1st. The authorities stepped in and DCF. This report was written by their staff. It says on July 2nd, 2024, FCM Dow interviewed the minor 10 at the IMPD homicide office as part of the assessment investigation. The minor stated that when he and his mother returned to Mr. Pippin's mother's home on July 1st, 2024, Miss Collier, that's his mother, and Mr. Pippins, that's his stepdad, were in a verbal fight. The minor stated that he kept telling Miss Collier to stop fighting with Mr. Pippins. He stated he then got out of the car and went over and pushed Mr. Pippins. Y'all see that, right? The little boy saw his mama turning up. He's telling his mama to stop. But when he got out of the car, he went over and pushed his stepdaddy. Listen, this is how they're trained. No, he didn't try to pull his mom away. He went in to attack the victim. FCM Dial asked the minor if Miss Collier had a gun, and he said yes, but hers didn't go off. Then they questioned him about his stepdad. They said, did the stepdad try to get the gun away from his mother? And the minor stated yes. He then admitted that Mr. Pippin's gun had fallen to the ground during the struggle, and he picked the gun up and shot Mr. Pippins to protect Miss Collier. The minor stated that he was scared that Miss Collier was going to get shot. They questioned him if there had ever been any DV situation between his mom and his stepdad in the past, and the minor stated that they would yell at each other a lot. He then went on to say that Miss Collier...
Now we live over here on this TikTok, man. And me and Pop, I decided this episode was so real, we just need to go on and get into a lot of the issues in our community. So we gonna talk about Lil Durk's son that went out here and shot his stepdaddy because mama told us so, and she trying to lead the household. Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, there we go.
His mom, she gets really mad really fast. The person who wrote the report went on to name 3 children and said they are all at vulnerable ages and are reliant upon caregivers to ensure a safe and stable home environment free from DV and neglect. The caseworker went on to recommend that all 3 children be removed from the mother. They also recommended unsupervised visitation for Mr. Joshua Pippins and Mr. Durk Banks. So yeah, they definitely took all 3 kids away from her. Not sure if they're with family. From my understanding, the 10-year-old is not with Durk. And the other baby daddy, the stepdaddy, he's still in the hospital. Now, when I heard about all this, it was crazy.
Now, let me tell you what I find to be crazy about our community, right? Like, how you gonna tell your son to go out here and shoot another man? And in our community, we talking about this brother is wrong because he stated the fact that being a stepfather done got me shot. The woman that I married said I do, said we supposed to be together to death do us part, done had the nerve to tell her child to try to delete me.
Trying to delete me.
She tried to delete me.
Yes.
And we talking about we think we real?
Come on now, come on.
By saying what he doing is wrong, he snitching, I'm going to tell you right now, then I'm going to be a snitch. And this is why I tell men all the time on our channel, on our YouTube, on our everything, do not be no stepdaddy.
Don't sign up for that.
Don't get out here trying to raise that man, kids. You see how quick these people done turned on this man? This woman who you married, that you a stepdaddy to her other children, done told this young man to take your life. That's insane to me. And we think we keeping it real? No, lock his little ass up and lock her up too.
No, it just shows once again how the little boy was being raised.
Say it again.
Once again, I'm gonna say it again. It shows how the little boy was being raised. I'm gonna say once again, you know, you raising this young man to do what he actually did, and then you're the same one that'll complain if he gets older. Then you're the same one that'll complain about the fact that he goes and unalive and or SAs, okay, somebody else's daughter,
or do something else worse.
right?
But you told him to react that way.
Thank you very much. You the one that have him reacting the way that he's reacting because you raised him like that.
And not only that, we not gonna act like Durk ain't gonna get no accountability. Sir, it seemed like you need to go get your son.
Yeah,
Your 10-year-old little boy just shot somebody. You need to stop trying to do all these rap songs and get your ass in the daddy department.
Yeah, he need to be hanging out with you.
You gotta do something. If not, your son finna be a statistic. I don't know how we don't see that not having dads around is a major problem. We are very necessary. And this is
Very
also
necessary.
why I say, men, I don't care what they say, Pop. Don't you sign up to raise nobody else's kids.
Don't sign up.
No.
Because you never, as we said, because you never know when he may turn on you.
Look how he turned on you. You done paid for this little boy, provided a life for this little boy. He live up under your roof. You paying for basketball. You paying for things. Is this man gonna state later on in this video right here, like your daddy not a millionaire, and I'm over here paying for something, and you still got the nerve to pull a gun and shoot me? Because I'm trying to stop your mama from shooting me at my mama's house.
I'm trying to stop your mama from harming me.
We don't see how ignorant. Did anybody just hear what the hell I said?
How you act like you gon'?
So was I supposed to let your mama shoot me?
Come on now.
Your mama is trying to take my life.
Don't you understand what was happening?
Your mama is trying to take my life.
I'm gonna say it again. Don't you understand what
Over
was
an
happening?
argument. I ain't hit your mama. I ain't cheated on your mama. We just disagreed and your mama done upped the strap on me. I didn't hit her. All I did was run over to take the gun from her. And she instructed you to shoot me? And we dumb enough to think that her and this little horrible don't need to be locked up? No, they both need to be locked
Both of
up.
them. Lock up both of them.
Her and his little bad ass.
Yeah, you get no disagreement from me.
And this is why I tell men, don't sign up to go over here and raise that man kids. Don't put yourself in that situation.
No.
Because I know my sons, I got them. They ain't going to shoot me.
You get, there's a possibility, as we just stated, you get turned on. And that's literally what happened.
Turned on and quick, fast, and in a hurry, Pop.
So the one that's feeding you, the one that's taking care of you, the one that's actually there every day, the one that's making sure you're okay, and then when your mama started acting tomfoolery towards him, because you know what you should have done? If you was going to do anything, you should have just stood back and watched, because he wasn't trying to harm your mother at all.
Appreciate anybody that's jumping in our live, man. Me and Pop gonna start going live a little more, man. We appreciate that. This just a little behind the scenes of how we shoot our YouTube channel. So if y'all go to @MeandPops on the couch, you will see this episode we're gonna drop about little Durk baby mama having the son to shoot the stepdaddy. We're gonna get back into the show though for everybody up in here, so we can get to what we talking about.